So 2023 has started off with a bit of a shadow cast on it with the economic uncertainty and the mass layoffs at many companies. So I wanted to talk to you today about cutting your marketing during a recession. So if you're a business owner and you're feeling uncertain about the economy, you may be looking at ways to cut back your expenses. It's a reasonable thing to do, a good idea to do. You want to run lean. And marketing is often the first thing on that chopping block. And you might be surprised to hear me say that I think that's a good thing. And that's because many businesses think they are investing in marketing, but they're really not. So if you cancel your online ads, you're really cutting your advertising budget. If you stop your social media engagement, you're really cutting your PR budget. If you don't update your brochure, you're cutting your graphic design budget. If you let go of your web designer, you're cutting your web design budget. If you skip posting on your blog, you're cutting your copywriting budget. Brochures, blog posts, websites, social media, advertising, these things are not marketing. So if all of that isn't marketing, what is? So marketing is developing a reliable system to bring in and convert leads. So in order to do that, you need to research, plan, implement, and then measure how it all went. And then you have to start again working to improve on what you just did. So many businesses are only focusing on implementing. Many agencies and freelancers only help you with implementing. They can create a website, they can run ads, they can write blogs, but the other parts of the process are incredibly important because it's easy to put in a lot of effort, a lot of time, a lot of money, and not get much of a business result. You can be following all of the best practices and how to guides, and then find yourself without a return on your investment. So, creating this system is not something you can do once and then walk away. It's an ongoing process. And that's because things change. The culture changes, the competition changes, the industry changes, technology changes, the economic circumstances change. So, things may be humming along just fine and everything's working great. Clients are coming in, but customers are coming in, and then something changes, right? It could be a competitor, it could be a new piece of technology, it could be many, many things. And if you're not researching and measuring, you may not notice the change or understand what is causing the change until it's too late. So, this is also why there is no shortcut with marketing. There are a lot of marketers out there telling you that they have found the magic bullet, the secret shortcut, the magic code behind the scenes. This is the one last thing you need to do, and everything will be magic. You'll have a million leads coming in the door. But the second someone finds something that really works, that really connects with people, that really makes them motivated, and suddenly everybody's on that business. The second someone finds that, second someone finds some new thing, things change, right? Suddenly everybody else goes, oh, I got to do that too. And what happens is when everyone else starts copying it, it stops working because it ends up feeling spammy. It ends up feeling redundant. It ends up feeling like it's the same message coming over and over again. So these sort of secret shortcuts, they work for a period of time. They work for a small number of businesses, but they're not really the kind of thing that's going to be sustainable for any business. So right now, we are going through another change as a country, a recession. And so what happens is demand doesn't go away during a recession for most businesses, so it just gets smaller. And a lot of businesses will react to this change by chopping their marketing budget or getting rid of it entirely. A small number of businesses will react by increasing their marketing budget. And what happens is they will face less competition in getting their message out and convincing customers to come to them. To me, this just seems logical. If demand decreases and you stop or slow down, you are fighting for that demand that does exist, then your business will be much worse off. But this is not just my opinion. So, research has shown this time and time again, starting from the recession in 1920. So, there was a research done by Roland Vale and Revis Cox that tracked how businesses who invested more or maintained their marketing fared compared to those who cut back. So the businesses that stuck with their marketing drove more sales and growth than those who didn't. But what's more interesting to me is actually that the businesses that did not invest in marketing during the recession were still declining 3 years after the economy overall had recovered. So what you do today affects your business not just today, but for years to come. So let's look at the recession of 1981 and 1982. So the companies that were aggressive with their marketing during the recession grew revenue by 275% compared to those that reduced their advertising by 1985 when the recession was over. So let's look at another recession, the recession of 1991. The businesses that maintained or increased their marketing budget saw as much as a 70% increase in sales by the time the recession had ended. Recession of 2001. So they had generated 2.5 times percent more sales than those businesses that had cut back. 2007 to 2009. So the businesses that increased their marketing saw an annual growth rate of 17%, as opposed to the businesses that decreased or stopped their marketing saw a 0% annual growth rate. So as we head into this recession, if we look at the history of where we were for these past recessions, the investment that you make in marketing today is what's going to help keep your business alive, because you need to be fighting for the demand that is going down. And if you're not in the fight, then you're not going to get and you're not going to get what is already a decreasing pool of demand. So I hope small business owners will look at their budgets and check. Are you investing in copywriting, graphic design, web design, PR, and advertising? Or are you investing in marketing? Are you actually looking at ways that you can improve the system for bringing in leads? So if you need help, my agency works with small and mid-sized businesses. This is my team here, and I wanted to share a little bit about our approach. So I imagine you've heard this proverb before. Give someone a fish and you feed them for a day. Teach someone how to fish, and you feed them for a lifetime. So we like to say we can give you the fish totally cooked and ready to go, or we can teach you how to fish. Most businesses need somewhere in between, especially small businesses, right? You can't afford necessarily to be doing all of those pieces, to outsource all of those pieces. You need to do some pieces in house. And we meet those businesses where they are. So our mission is to help you feel like you understand your marketing and how it's helping your business grow over the long term. And that makes us different from a lot of agencies that really are just going to be selling you those tactics. They're going to be helping you implement, and that's great. But if you're not doing those other pieces, you're not necessarily knowing if you are putting forth your best effort to get results, and also making sure that what you're doing is actually paying off. So, as part of our effort to help small businesses, we do monthly support, but we also have an upcoming workshop series that we work with company business owners or marketing managers at small and mid-sized businesses through developing a lot of these pieces of strategy. So that can include brand strategy, marketing strategy, website strategy, email strategy, and social strategy. I really highly recommend that if anyone's going to sign up for one of these courses, that you sign up for the first two. They are actually way more important than website strategy, email social strategy, right? You can hire someone to help you with those pieces. You can certainly make some mistakes if you don't really know what you're doing, but if you've got the fundamentals of your brand strategy and your marketing strategy down, you're going to do a lot better than if you're going in blind and just throwing ideas at the wall. So we do have this is right here the schedule for our in-person workshops, which are happening in downtown Round Rock, but we also have an online series of workshops that will be in April. So I hope to see you there. And also we offer one-on-one assessments with people who need some help at this time. So please don't hesitate to reach out. And here we also have an assessment on our website where you can get 3 action steps and kind of get a sense of exactly where you are in the marketing process and what your business needs right now. So you can scan that QR code there and you'll be able to see that. So thank you for listening.